Okay, I hit the live button. I'm trying to. Nope, nope, nope. There's certain things I can't do unless I pay StreamYard. Nobody's doing that. So hang tight. I have some things to say. You know, originally, Stuck in the Middle was going to go live tonight. But I think Josh and I decided it was for the best that we get all of the information, all the topics that we have, compile them, and deliver the best quality show that we possibly can, starting immediately next week. So, with that being said, there is at least one thing that once I talk about, I know it's going to lead into a bunch of other things, and I'm waiting. It's inevitable. If anybody from that show sees some of the stuff I say, I'm expecting that not everybody will agree with me. I know that there's a compartment of the conspiracy demographic that may not like some of the things. People are going to hear things they don't like. We all deal with it. Hey, Shamrock. Good to see you, sweetie. Bless you. Now, let me see if I can get this thing. The dagnab. See, Vows. Mofo, good to see you, brother. We are coming back. Ew, no, like Josh is back from New York. I'm not. Well, I was deathly ill yesterday and today. Then I went to work, and just a few hours in, I'm feeling better. Let me do this thing. Then I got some things to play and complain about, and inevitably, I know where I'm gonna find myself, and it's gonna be on the other end of a lot of pissed off people. That sounds like a Tuesday. Okay. Um, this device. Ooh. Is like an unboxing video or something. Whoa. Hey, damn it. Can you hear me from here, from there? How do I? Yeah, you got to get it excited a little bit. Okay. All right. Damn it, man. I wish I had a microphone where I didn't have to hold it up here. Happy New Year, by the way. My God, Happy New Year. Did it sound like ASMR? Not the intention. All right, I'm not sharing the screen yet, but there is something. What how else do I put it? I find something that this year I'm going to just rip the band-aid off. This triggered me. Triggered me. Yes, I'm saying that proudly. I'm not hiding the fact. I want people to know how biased I am. I want people to know, especially when and before I go on Stuck in the Middle, that I have this bias, that I'm imperfect, I'm flawed. People that have a platform should not be biased. Hold on, I'm trying to remember how to use this thing. Um, and here we go. I'm gonna play a clip. I think this has gone kind of somewhat global, and I'm gonna do this thing. Let me make it clear. All right, you know where I stand. I've made it clear where I stand on many. Karscar, Happy New Year, my brother. It's been amazing to know of you. Be nice if one day we could have like a conversation or a panel, but I respect you, brother. Thanks, man. And to the amazing all, amen to that. So I do feel, and please, I'm waiting, it's inevitable. Anybody out there, bushwhackers, bushwatchers, whomever, you know what I'm reminded of right in this moment? And I find this interesting. What I'm about to share, I want the individual that was hosting the panel that night. This is somebody that's well known and has a large channel. He's got a super active chat, and he's got very loyal followers. I am not critiquing. Well, maybe I am. By God, just this is not the invitation of drama. Anybody out there thinks it is, and if they take this as that, I can't help it. Go play in the shallow water. So I was on, and shout out to Triple T. I was on Triple T's panel. I don't know how a month or so ago, and ACal was on the panel. I was the last person. I feel like I was one of the first people that got on because I wanted to talk to him, and I thanked him. I said, ACal, Triple T, thank you for making this area or this area of YouTube, like Crack Squad free, essentially. Thank you for making them feel a little less safe. I led with that. And there was a heavy political discourse going on. So, I was like, "Ooh, chow," I'm the fish in the water, and that's the bait, and I took it. So I'm the last person that was waiting, and I got up there. I don't know what compelled me to ask, but I did ask ACAL. I was like, what do you think of Candace Owens? Started there, right? Let's fast forward through all the fluff. People in the chat were very divided. Overwhelmingly, it seemed like people were not big fans of Candace Owens. Hooray for that. I say hooray for sanity. Others are like, well, you're not thinking big enough. So this is where it's interesting. I still like ACAL as an artist, as a human being. I like that he makes his statements and stands, by them. Here's where it got awkward, and I was even more surprised. This is me getting ahead of myself briefly. At Triple T, expanding upon his real opinion about Israel and the Jewish people. So let's rewind from that. When I was up there talking to ACAL, I did ask him from the Candace Owen comment topic. I said, well, what do you think of Israel? That came into play. And ACAL got kind of stern. I should have clipped this, right? Very stern voiced, very serious, and looked dead into, the eyes of the audience and said, fuck Israel. 10 toes down, man's about his business. At least I'm glad in the moment I established it was important to me to do this. I said, please tell me you understand the distinction. But yeah, see, Fowles, I get to it. I edge, okay? I made it imperative that I make the distinction. I'm like, please tell me that, you understand Zionism versus Judaism or the Jewish people or the Jewish American people. And he clarified, 100%. He just, and I'll say we left it on this. We don't, I said, I don't want their money messing with us and their puppet strings, and I don't want us giving them money. So that we all agreed upon. What I find intriguing now with hindsight is that Triple T gave a very, it feeds into my bias, I guess. He really complimented Israel as a veteran, as a human being. What's up, Shep? Good to see you, brother. Damn right. Edge. I ain't sure up. No. So he really gave like a monologue and a dialogue, and as a viewer, a fan, I don't like that term. A subscriber who goes there every now and again. I was honestly thinking in my heart, you had a great opportunity to talk with somebody who's respected, and it seems like that opinion, sir, would have made for at least a very robust dialogue, because it seems not, it doesn't seem Triple T absolutely stands for the sovereignty, using the words wrong, of Israel, deserving to exist, needing to exist, being our allies, maybe more so than me. But when ACAL was saying, if Israel, it wasn't there. So, but I also understand when you're hosting a show, you try to remain impartial or whatever the case. But that was, I think, a great opportunity. Let me show you guys my bias. I'm going to go right from that. Oh, let me make it clear as well. Ben Shapiro is apparently losing about the equivalent of 1,000 subs a day. I don't think the Jewish people, the Zionists or the anti-Zionist Jewish person, God, I'm exhausted talking about this shit. I don't think any of the positive optic of somebody that supports Israel it's not like acknowledged, like, yeah, they think it's okay to exist, they just don't want it expanding. That doesn't make you a Zionist, and this is ad nauseum issues. I was blocked by somebody who really took the truth, what I shared, very personally. I won't use the names, not this time, because I saw what resulted, blah blah blah, but I doubled down on everything I said was the truth. But anyway, with Israel, Jews taking the spotlight, there is this aspect that we're risking. And here, I'm going to color in the book for you here. Clearly, yes, I have an issue that I make it very known. Islam. I think they are the the basic laws of Sharia are still advocated for. The modern Islamist or Muslim person, they absolutely can do exist. But overall, I don't know any other religion that will be met with such that would meet you with such savagery if you dare critique their their book, their idols, their prophet, their God, right? Everybody else is up there and can take the pokes, and I don't really see too many people fearing for their lives when it comes to, being able to critique anybody, right? Now maybe we're wrong. Let's see. Did you know, by the way, a little fun fact? I just learned this one. It's against the Quran's teachings. Muhammad would shake his finger at you, maybe worse. Celebrating the new year is haram. Haram means you're breaking Islamic law. Haram, haram, harambi. Nope, haram. So let's see what it looks like when this person, I'm just going to say alleged because I didn't vet the individual, I vetted the story. This lovely German woman who is allegedly a liberal went, where did she go? In her own country to a Muslim, overwhelmingly Islamic populated area to show how peaceful it is. Y'all, can you right now dig into the back of your skull and guess how well that went? Everybody was just all smiles and just like, like show dolls on a stage, like, hey, look at us. Oh, gee, golly gosh, we love assimilation, and you should definitely not fear migration. We're gonna get along just fine. Let's see how this worked out for her. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Here's Benny Johnson's channel, by the way.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. It's crazy that when you bring people in from stone-aged third world cultures, they behave like stone-aged third world people. No matter where you are, you could be in the first world, Western world, and well, they're still going to behave their culture. It's amazing how that happens. Look at this. In Iraq, a girl was seen walking alone without a hijab on New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay. So maybe there's two different clips. There is, not maybe. So here's a clip that I forgot about. So this is in Iraq, and then we have the German clip.
So hundreds of men gathered around to harass her. Muslims considered celebrating New Year haram, so they believed that they had the right to attack her. Celebration of New Year's is not allowed in Muslim cultures, and so we might as well just, attack the innocent girl right here. You can see it's like horrifying. Girl in Iraq spotted walking around attacked by Muslim men. Why would you want to bring this into American cities? I mean, ask the question here. Do you
want— Oh, yeah. Fair use. This is me putting in a very important quip. Thank you, YouTube gods.
Want women to be able to walk around on the streets? Or is this something that we want here in our country? Is it going to be allowed for women?
So the context, I completely overlooked this before I got to the video that I'm trying to showcase. This is a crowd of men, because remember, it seems to be so conveniently forgotten by the pro-Palestine from the river to the sea, free them all and forget Israel and everything they stand for. So liberal ladies and even some conservative conspiracy theorists, you are choosing to side with these individuals. This is what they believe. It is haram to celebrate New Year's, and they decided to attack a innocent Iraqi woman because she's not wearing the hijab. She's not covering up. That's what we're advocating for. Come on, you want it to be a Christian nation, right? I don't think that falls and meshes very well with Christian ideology. Unless you want to go super, super duper Old Testament here. Where's the line in the sand? Where's that hatred that I see that's so easy to tap into when it comes to critiquing Israel? Just curious. I understand also, you can look at two things and say, bad, bad. But I just see this falling to the wayside, in my opinion. Remember, I'm biased. I'm prepared to be proven wrong.
in America in the coming years to even be outside by themselves? You got to ask that question. Obviously,
here's the other clip. This is the woman. This is in German streamer wanted to show how safe it is to celebrate New Year's with Muslims, and she got stoned, not the good kind. Don't worry, as violent as you may think it is, it's not, but it's disturbing in its own right. So at least be prepared for that, barbarism.
this is something that is being answered throughout the Western world. And the answer is, of course, no, it's not allowed anymore because, well, we brought in too many of the third worlders from the cultures that say, we're not going to let women walk outside on New Year's Eve, for instance. Here is a German Twitch streamer who was walking around.
She was on their side. She wanted to showcase on her platform. Look how I'm looking at the handle Hayaska Aryan stat. Okay, well that's the URL. I just she's like, oh, F Israel. I love Palestine. Let me go out there and give them some good PR. You reap what you sow. I've been saying that a lot recently.
Around the Muslim parts of Cologne, Germany, when she was hit in the head multiple times with rock. Now, she was doing this in order to prove that it's safe there, but of course it's not. So she's wandering around and she keeps getting rocks thrown at her, pelted by the Muslims who have been imported to her country. Remember, she's a German and she's being bludgeoned in the head.
Very important, and I'm glad the distinction was made. This is not any longer the first clip that I forgot about of an Iraqi woman daring to go out without a hijab. This is a woman in her own country, her own European country. You can't just, I would hope, saying a fact out loud is not triggering. Let's face it, Germany is a German country. Yes, there's immigration, there's migrants, but there's pockets just like in all European countries that have been taken over. Let's look at Minnesota and Somalia. Oh, stuck in the middle has got huge chunks to bite off, and then regurgitate to the masses on how that's gone, how that has gone, and how, you know what, we have to blame the government that was involved that are getting actually held accountable. I hope that's not just being dangled in front of us and that we actually see them locked the fuck up. We'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But okay, let's get on to the show of the original clip itself.
For doing so on New Year's Eve.
Mit Handschuhe auf. Besser ist. Au! Au! Fuck! Au! Ah, ich habe irgendwas abbekommen. Ich habe irgendwas in den Kopf bekommen. Au!
I think perhaps she was maybe in shock for a moment, or genuinely sweeping. Like, I don't know. I'm not pretending I know. I'm glazing the possibility. She may have just been hit with a rock and stunned, or she knows what just happened and she didn't want that optic for her chat. The intention was good PR, not bad PR. Well, barbarians don't look good when they get to their savagery and where they believe, for one, she's not covered up in the traditional garb, and number two, she's out there celebrating something. I'm very curious. Muslims are out there on New Year's. Is that not in and of itself a form of celebration? I mean, you're out and about. I see fireworks, but I don't know. I'm curious what percentage of this crowd is Muslims. It is the majority. That much I got to find out when I did vet the story.
Ich glaube, wenn ich so 2 Meter Türsteher-Schrank wäre, hätten die das nicht gemacht. Ah, schon wieder, Alter! Wichser!
So, well, import the third world, become the third world. I don't know how many times we have to learn this lesson. Germans are rightly pissed. People all across the world are rightly pissed watching this video. But
does this come off as Islamophobic? I mean, go ahead. I'm not here to win anybody over. I'm not here to preach what I think is a universal truth. I know there's a dissent. We're fractioned. But me pointing out, like he just said, if you let the third world invade or open the door and roll out the red carpet for them, and they start to take advantage of just that, and then they continue to prevail and congregate and get larger and larger, we have allowed the third world to conquer us from within. Reporting on it is the very bare minimum pushback that we can do. Short of, I don't know, finding people that behave in this manner. I don't think anybody deserves. I don't want to see anything, because I've seen, damn my memory. You know, there's websites out there. I've seen what a stoning looks like, and it's horrific. It's something that sears in your brain, and you can't forget it. There's a lot of things like that. You know, I used to think I was quite a shock jock when I had my own page on Facebook, and we posted all this shit. After a few years, Zuckerberg did shut that shit down. Ask Josh about it. But yeah, some of that shit just sticks. I don't want to see anything close to stonings in any country, anywhere. But if the host country that invented the laws where that is a punishment that they want to see, keep it the fuck out of our countries. I don't think that's hyperbole on my point. That's a passionate sentiment I feel. Fuck your feelings.
But it is just one of many videos throughout Europe that shows exactly how dangerous things have become. You have paramilitary forces wandering throughout London, trying to keep London safe. You can see here Germany with migration and Poland without migration. You know, maybe there was something to—
Sure, what's up, OT? Hold on, let me do a quick check-in. And let me see some of the comments. Oh, shit, man. White Dragon. And it's not lost on me. I stopped doing the StreamYard thing for a good long minute. Doing the vlog thing with my cell phone. I feel just very comfortable doing that, but it's good to see you guys. Let me see. And Happy New Year to one and all, even if you haven't left a comment. No matter what you subscribe to, no matter what you think, no matter where you go, no matter who talks what shit, Happy New Year, and God bless one and all. All right, it's definitely harder to talk about Islam because then you're an Islamophobe, which is not a real thing. I will debate anybody about Islamophobia not being legitimate, sincere, supported by data, because any fear of Islam, I think you could scientifically prove as a fact. Didn't even want to pull the science card with this one. But if you're if you trash if you trash you Jews, Steve Howes, what are you doing here? No, you're somehow not anti-Semitic. It's very the rules are confusing. I can't subscribe. Like if I'm gonna preach one, right? I have to have, even with a bias, some form of consistency. So I'm gonna say people that critique the Jewish people, I'd say with my bias, remember, it depends on what you're criticizing. If you're against their expansion, I think, yeah, you should not be called an anti-Semite. You shouldn't be called an anti-anything for calling out something that has some foundation, something that's solid and finite. It's just when you go off of, I don't know, something a little unhinged, then maybe that word can be pulled. But any terms that make the speaker feel uncomfortable to say what they truly feel, that's not the playing field that we want as Americans. Hey, Ringo, what's up, brother? Yeah, hey, I'm throwing my hat in with the legendary Ringo. The only thing where I think we agree, by the way, that whole I'm happily Islamophobic, like, I'm just saying the word doesn't exist. It was created out of a PR campaign so that anybody that dared critique savage laws that they want to practice in modernized countries. Remember, this is the most savage and one of the younger religions out of the really ancient ones. They created these little fancy words, and if I'm going to be even-handed, dare I say, Israel perhaps has the same thing. It can't hurt me to say, and I do believe it's important to make the distinction of Zionism and Jewish people, yada yada. But convincing me that Israeli doesn't have a right to defend their homeland is crazy work to me. But I don't see. Again, I'm going to use my own personal experience. You know my age. I don't like repeating it. I've been around a long time, and the Jewish family that I grew up with never put a yarmulke on my fucking head. They never took me to temple. They never read the Talmud or the Torah to me. They never tried to push me or anything. There was opportunities. I could have met a rabbi. I could have gone to a synagogue. None of that happened. Only later in life did I ask my father, who is a Christian, hey, because I respect the heritage, and I still love my grandma, who also believed in Jesus, and my grandpa. They're just Jewish by blood and birth. Most of them, very few do I remember practicing it, but I'm not trying to diminish that. My great grandma Fortuna, she was a practicing Jew. My cousin Toby, rest in peace. So I saw nothing but love, and there was no indoctrination. I didn't hear them talking about any other religions or people in a general way. I'm being more, how shall I say? I'm being more toxic than they ever were in my life. People that showed me just kindness and community, open arms. Base girl, holy shit. It's good to see you too, hon. I'm going to cheat a little bit, by the way. Let's see. There. Josh would probably kick me in the head. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. I want to check some of the things that I've sent that maybe I can play. I mean, Benny Johnson goes on to just eloquently, in a way that's way more coherent than I could explain. If you start allowing a third world in, and that presence grows, you can't really complain about the end result. I mean, we need to, but it needs to be stronger with ire. We need to come at the powers that be, with real, passion behind our words. Oh, yeah, and I know we're going to be talking about Trump and Maduro. You know what? In Florida here, I cannot tell you how many corners of the streets, because I drive all the way down to the marina and the beach for work. There's a lot of Spanish people, a lot of Venezuelans celebrating what old Trumpy did. So, shit. I even had a little debate with the folks, because blue no matter who. That's their brain, and I kind of pressed them on just that. All right. I am looking for a video that wouldn't hurt. So what is this? The Ronald Reagan. Oh, Josh, don't be mad. I am going to pick something. I'm picking this. He's going to be pissed. I'm cheating. Just this one thing. What is this? Too edgy to speak. Let's enjoy this briefly, and then I think I'm just gonna open the platform for anybody to say anything they fucking want to. Just don't porn bomb. All right, here we go. Don't tell him that I'm playing this video. Damn it, where'd everything go? All right, hold on. I'm hiding everything. Can't show like the whole docket of stuck in the middle. All right, scroll. Oh, I'm right at the page. All right, boom. I'm very good at this. If you couldn't tell, this is why I get the big bucks. All right. You can see what I see. Here we go.
Antidepressant I was ever on.
And now would you say you're a very happy person?
Well, except for all of the fascist like hate and people wanting to kill us.
Who wants...
Wait. Okay. How do we conflate antidepressants and medication to fascists wanting to unalive? Oh, I hate these terms. Unalive somebody. I'm gonna go on a limb here with, I jumped in without doing any research. Is this somebody that's trying to go full trans? Is that why we're talking about medication and fascism in the same sentence, which is a wild work to me? That's a wild swing. That's a stretch. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
To kill you.
Who kill you? What are you talking about?
Every day on TV, there are politicians and people like you saying that they want to kill transgender people.
Is the estrogen making you happy again?
Do not
Is that on right now?
Yo, bro. The wannabe female is getting up in the face of the biological male. Look at the eyes on this dude. He's like, oh, content gold, world star. Bro, if you're taking estrogen, sit the fuck down. Wear a tutu. Go be ladylike. I don't know. I'm assuming gender here. Long hair. I'm not trying to judge you by your tattoos. But man, that estrogen is just not panning out well. I think you have to go all the way and seek the mutilation practice. Gross. Ew. Now I'm transphobic. Nope. Yep. I am a glorified TERF. Okay. TERF. That is an acronym that is used for anybody that dares ask questions. Oh, I sounded like Candace Owens. Or that critiques the trans movement or trans people or their agenda or the LGBTQIA plus D elemental P algebra biology. Nope. Takeaway biology has nothing to do with this shit. Yeah. You are labeled a transphobe. And I am, as a TERF, trans radical exclusionary feminist. Because I'm excluding, the fake women wanting to be called women. And the fake men wanting to be called men.
Why can't you
Oh, the tolerant left strikes again. Sorry, Josh. Sorry, I'm playing your clip, bro.
have a dialogue?
There's a lot of loving, kind-hearted people here.
Like you?
I don't get to talk.
Yeah, Estrogen Man was all about that love. Fella with the fucking mask on. We're 2026. Take the fucking mask off. And this tub, this sack of potatoes with, I don't know, mouth breather vibes here. I see him and I see like a midget version of Hulk, Neanderthal style kind of print of like, me am chunk. Me am say we loving people, but don't dare say things that we think are mean because feelings. Me beat chest now. And then because I freak, I go whack off to beating chest and your bald head on the sideline somewhere. Okay, this got weird. Me am still talking like this. Don't care.
To pieces
Are
of
you loving and kind-hearted?
We have to import you, mother.
Yeah, I'm so kind-hearted, you pieces of shit. Import you mother. Oh, $10 to the person that guesses what the next word's gonna be. $10 in Monopoly shekels.
Are you loving and kind?
You.
Hey,
Are you loving and kind? Hot diggity dog damn. Nothing says, of course, hell yeah, than a nice, crisp, clean, cold, oh, fuck you. Well, tell me, at least take me to a steakhouse first. You're really moving pretty quickly.
you guys, you can't.
Don't touch. Hey!
Okay, you know what? Let me shut the fuck. I'm just wondering, the don't touch me, don't. All right, I'm gonna assume maybe these are people that are doing the interviewing, or are these people that ran up to the interviewers screaming, "Don't touch me," which would just be so poetic.
So we have children cannot consent to puberty blockers. I want to know, do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Why or why not? Where you at?
Well, I have my convictions on the matter.
Does this guy want to play it safe? That's what his body language tells me he's all just, uncomfortable because he doesn't want to say what he really thinks. I'll always fear that being the status quo. Can't be. Not in this country. Won't do. We'd make too many sacrifices. And look what it's already done. Minnesota, the little mini Somalia we got here. All right. I don't even need to list anything off. You know what comes with the package.
Children cannot consent to puberty blockers. What do you think?
I strongly disagree.
I agree.
How can you disagree with children? Children. Do we have to make it obvious with this conversation to the majority or to the people that what we do? Sadly, to the people that support this rhetoric, this agenda, this nonsense that just at the end of the day just siphons away tax dollars and support. Oh, God. Why do we have to remind them why children can't make medical, life-altering decisions that will impact them for the rest of their lives? There's still states out there that want to advocate for children electing for surgeries and schools that can respect their pronouns and keep it completely hidden from the parents. I really try not to think about how much this country has changed compared to when I was younger, because I sound like a boomer for one. But this is not end times porn shit. I'm not down with it. I don't like it. It's too hyperbolic. It's too culty, and it's too just like it makes me feel like you're begging if you keep preaching that the time is going to end. because what the fuck are you selling? But come on, how in the fuck do you advocate? No words sometimes. I don't care how many $50 words I got stored. How do you fucking argue with that? I'll tell you how. Scientific data and stats hurt their feelings with facts.
You agree with this?
Yeah.
Scientifically speaking, the mind is not fully developed until 25
Thank God. Okay. Was I wrong? Was I too quick?
years old.
Correct.
And so
The decision-making aspect of your mind as well. Like that's a big factor there.
for sure.
It's biology that you're a boy, you're a girl. It's that simple.
I do. I beat you.
Oh. It's estrogen man. Why are you attacking the femme boy who's probably just trying to, like, not figure things out? Let me not insult him. Homeboy's just trying to speak. But look, it's the people that tout they're all about that freedom of speech. And somehow to just speak about scientific measures and what to regulate and not regulate is absolutely just a violation of the Constitution in their minds. False. This is protecting literal children, and you want to make it a hate crime. Fucked up. Just practicing that peace-loving inclusiveness right there.
Can you please get out of my face? I personally do appreciate what you guys are doing when fostering political.
Oh my God! Look at the fake tits. I'm sorry. Graphic. Don't touch me. Well, probably inside. He's like, please touch me. I haven't been touched in the. Oh, I was gonna say something that was questionable. I don't know if it's allowed to be said. I haven't touched in centuries. We'll go with that. Is a fucking vampire from ancient times. Please touch me like your Bram Stoker's.
Discourse, even if people disagree with you, I think it's good for the society to have good political discourse simply because it fosters people to think.
So you believe that they can consent?
Yes.
Okay. And why is that?
There are many medications that children can consent to taking that actually do have some long-term impacts and stuff like that. The exceptionalism of this one is actually completely engineered by people trying to push a specific social narrative of progressives.
What's worse, pushing a social narrative or fucking chemicals that mess with your brain and your bits, your nuts and bolts? Oh my God, can we pick the lesser of two evils here? Oh God, the social narrative. Chemicals that are going to change everything about me. My DNA, my genetics, my brain, my bits, my sausage and beans. I'm looking into the eyes of this individual. There's life there, right? How does one get so lost? Is the rhetoric, the narrative, this social whatever the fuck, was this birthed by politicians? If so, to what end? At the end of the day, a political party that benefits from anything, we have to look at how they benefit. Tax dollars and programs that are created where they can continue to... Oh, and Big Pharma getting involved in anything. Fucking evil. Just evil. And they really think that they're standing on the foundation of peace and love. This is what they think a 2026 modern day hippie looks like. I wish the hippies of the 70s could time travel and just look at these freaks, especially once they speak what they think in between the emptiness between the fucking ears there. And just be like, whoa, dude, we were just about maybe some free love and smoking some weed, bro. Maybe some acid here and there. But, bro, I don't want to chop my junk off, let alone some kids' junk. You're tripping, bro. You took the brown acid. Let's call back to Woodstock. I am not being racist about the color of acid. Or am I? Just say, anybody can say whatever the fuck they want. Candace Owens will come out and say, they're just asking questions.
Essentially trying to entrap or convince people who don't want to actually affirm their gender identity to do it anyway, but that's really not what's happening.
I've already asked you guys questions.
Okay. All right. Hey, that's you're not allowed to just assault people.
That's assault.
You're not allowed to just assault people. You got to get out of here.
And so, it's wise to have everyone has a right to their decision. Scientifically speaking, one's mind is not fully developed until 25 years of age.
Yeah. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Because you made this about medicine.
Yeah.
There are plenty of medicines for kids. Is puberty a medical condition?
It's a medical process. It's a biological process.
Puberty is a medical process?
I guess so. Sure.
How so?
It is biological, and what is the
I'm just envisioning my days in high school, RIP. Me and the group, me and the homies, a couple chicks in there, of course. I'm just saying, guys, don't mind me. My voice cracked. I'm just going through a medical process right now, where I'm just like growing some hairs, and I'm really interested in, the ladies a little bit more than I was before. It's a medical process, though. I'm seeing some doctors about it. I should be right as rain. And then, fast forward 2 weeks later, and I'm like a woman. Just like, what the fuck? How did we even breach our livelihoods, our lifetimes without having these made up problems, propaganda problems created by a political party? I'm just grossed out and depressed now. Fuck this guy or it, whatever it is. I'm just gonna call it Fromo Baggins. That's who that is.
distinction you're trying to draw between biological and medical?
You want to hold the
puberty
phone up if you want.
Puberty is just a natural part of growing up. It's as natural as breathing or to have your heart beating. It's not something you consent to. The practice now in more than half the clinics is to give kids puberty blockers on the very first appointment.
Yeah. What do you think about that? You disagree with that?
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm going to call out with some science here. I remember, this is scientific fact, man. I saw those gross things called pubes about to, doing their thing. I was like, nope, I am not consenting to this medical process. And they retracted. They went away. Fucking crazy. That's why I look so young. Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Trent, do you go to school here?
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
I think you have the right to ask questions, and I think it's not proper to touch on you for sure. That's a fact. I think that the honest intellectual inquiry at a university should allow people to ask hard, difficult questions, and people should answer. I mean, it's just a form of intellectualism that is dying in the university. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
so
well said.
People should have the right to think well.
Why are you transferring out of the university?
This is, again, that was wonderfully articulated. I don't think it's insane to propose that Tyler Robinson and company and the radicalization that it went through at least planted the seeds to what we inevitably saw. We're going to be getting more transparency, and I hope we do get cameras in the courtroom. Something is being released, something that already occurred. But there's going to be a huge, just massive core of distrust. Anyway, it cannot be... we can't criticize what we don't see first and foremost. I understand the distrust.
First of all, I don't really fit in here. I have a bit of a different belief to other people.
Something's wrong with my screen. There's a guy with tits on it.
Especially because I'm not either the particular right or the left. I believe in people believing what they want to believe, but I first and foremost believe in critical thinking.
When I do try and share my opinions or even questions, it can be difficult because there is no open-mindedness as people leftists talk about in classes. So
to be open-minded, but yet a lot of people can't voice an opinion.
Yeah.
This dude
I was just trying to get a picture.
This guy touched me.
It was just a little love.
Do not touch me.
It was
Do
just a
not
little
touch me.
I was just trying to get a picture with you.
I will defend myself
Oh, okay.
by any whatever means necessary.
Yeah.
Do not touch
So is this
me.
the estrogen making you happy again?
Do not
Is that on right
touch me. Touch me again.
now? Is this the estrogen?
What could go wrong when female hormones are pumped into a male that's completely delusional and confused? No, what could go wrong? I would smoke the shit out of that estrogen.
Estrogen making you happy?
Again.
You're showing a wonderful example to the whole world about how estrogen has made your life incredibly happier.
He's got beaver teeth, or is that the estrogen? Who knows? Motherfucker's gonna grow a tail.
We can see it's having remarkable effects on this individual here.
I think the bike is broken.
Estrogen.
I didn't know what the hell that music was. Okay. All right. So let's see. I have shit on. I know what I've done. I've talked about my issues with Islam. I've talked about my issues with, well, that community. And we're allowed to have the qualms, the issues. This freedom of speech is not something that we're just using for fucking PR here. We're flexing it. All right. And I want this challenge, and I have a bias. I want anybody that takes issue with anything I've said thus far. I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on. You could be on the right and be in the strong conspiracy field. You can be on the left and hate everything about me. All of that is invited to Stuck in the Middle, the show, the platform. We're coming back with a vengeance, by God. Josh was sick while he was in New York. I got sick, and I'm feeling amazing right now. Thank God. And yeah, I believe Monday and possibly Tuesday, back to back. But before I get ahead of myself, let me just let it be known. My line is not a line in the sand. This is concrete. My line is etched in concrete. If you take such issue with this image because it's around me, and now you have an issue with me, you bring that hostility to me. Okay, bring it to the show. Let's make something of it. Get your fucking 5 minutes on a platform with eyes on it. Get off to yourself later. Whatever the fuck. You're on the left, don't like anything I said. I'm too biased. Come at me. I don't know how else to put it. What's up, Great White Wolf? Good to see you, brother. This has been, I really hope that I find it within myself to want to have the passion to do these kind of things, these live streams more and more. C-Files and I think, honestly, we could just do a fucking show at any point if we just took 10 minutes to talk to each other and say, yeah, let's go live. Okay. But I guess here's the beauty of the unknown. Who the fuck knows what the future's going to bring? It does take action, maybe a little bit of planning. I know this whole freestyle method, uncoordinated, is not anything that's going to spell success for this channel. This is just a place where I'm blessed to have it. I'm so thankful. Anybody waste their time here, and if it's not a waste of time to you, bless you even more for that. Bass Girl, you've been around for a minute. Everybody that I see right now, Shamrock, C-Files, Great White, anybody that I missed, I'm scrolling. OT was here earlier. Just, shout out, appreciation. Did I say, holy mother freaking Bert Gummer live? I haven't seen that. Are you still here, Bert? That's an OG like a motherfucker. Holy shit. That was the first guest, I think, of Stuck in the Middle years and years ago. He's alive. Ringo, highly respected, sir. So, all right. Hey, White Dragon, brother. It was great to see you, too. I will read every comment. I will look at every link. So, when and where? By God. Well, just bear this in mind, C-Fellas. I'm off tomorrow. You can call me. You can call me at any time. And I got a lot of shit to do, but Monday, Tuesday, Stuck in the Middle will be back with a vengeance. And feel free. Send any information, topics, or opinions. You know where. ProgressivePatriot44@gmail.com. Leave a comment. I don't know. You know what helps? Hyping little live streams like this at the end of the video. Leaving comments too. Hit the like button. Whatever. Or, flip me off. Whatever the fuck gets you off. Again, God bless you. And good night. Take care. I forgot how to stop the live. Oh, God. Estrogen, help me.